Overall, what we want to do is to raise awareness about the environment and sustainability through campaigns and education.
We decided that children are the future of the environment. They are going to make decisions in the future. So what we must do is to educate the children in a fun way to get the practical ways to protect the environment, and teach them about the environment, how it works, what's the problems about it, and teach the ways to help the nature.
More and more food is being wasted, so 89 million tons a year, that is 179 kilos per person. Can you imagine that? How much food do we waste?
We encourage creating compost sites in cities for individuals as well as companies to be able to recycle, as well as create food banks which would be responsible for the distribution of overproduced food. Having observed the lack of knowledge among the EU citizens about food waste, we call upon the European Parliament and the local governments to educate children in curriculum about food waste and the creation of shopping lists, as well as how to use leftovers.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Anand. I'm from the Netherlands. I absolutely don't agree with the first point, the point of awareness, because I think every normal human being knows that wasting food is not right. And I think that every mother ever told her son or daughter not to put that carrot or that leftover apple in the bin. So putting money in advertisement, I think that's absolutely a waste of money. And the second point, I don't really understand it, because reducing the size of the packages also costs tons of money. We don't have that money, so I think we should come with some better stuff than the awareness.
Now, what we saw through our argumentation, our debating, and our speaking to each other, our dialogue, was that the EU is currently actually an incredible concept that has so much more potential. Now,
I think we aren't supposed to get into war in order to reach peace anymore. You see, I think, well, and this is one of the main pillars of the European Union. We seek peace through cooperation. We seek peace through commerce, and that has granted us peace for 70 years.
I'm Thomas from Malta. Where is the future of Europe? What's going to happen to Europe? Where is the change? Immigration, bank, economic? Where is everything? It's just about transport. Fair enough, you said about transport. What else? What is there for us people? All of us, all countries, everyone. There's nothing. You left an enormous void. Explain more in depth, please. Thank you.
Our fourth idea is to come up with a European channel, because we believe that Europe isn't highlighted enough in the news. So we want background stories about Europe, and we want to create awareness. We want people to know what's happening in the European Union, so that people can really be a true European citizen. And also such European channels should be advertised on the schools, perhaps on social media if we're talking about new technology.
I would like to ask Vasilis from Greece. I would like to ask how media can control democracy in a better way than it does nowadays, because in some countries nowadays media has failed this role.
But we also have to educate them, tell them which parties represent which political view. But not only the young are important, but also the adults. These who already have their opinions. It is important to make them aware of the fact that they need to vote.
Thank you. I know in Denmark we have 160 journalists covering our government, and in comparison I believe it was less than 15 covering EU. My question is how should we, in this instance, how should we increase the awareness? Should we make a law stating that the journalists or the different medias need to cover the EU more, or how are we supposed to go about it?
Boosting mobility in the European borders is the first goal of the EU. It is a fact that only around 7%, I think, of the young people in Europe choose to look for a job abroad. It would be really good if we managed to make this number much higher than only 7%. By boosting multilingualism and by learning the students to respect cultures in the Europe.
Hello, my name is Electra, I'm from Cyprus. I was wondering, you are talking about encouraging youth employment, but have you considered about the problem of unemployment that Europe is facing? Have you considered that the European Union should firstly face the youth unemployment and then discuss the encouraging of youth employment? Thank you very much.
Ja, das Rentenalter abzusenken, das hätte dramatische Folgen, weil der demografische Wandel, speziell ist bei uns in Deutschland, aber ich denke auch auf europäischer Ebene, der ist sowieso schon hoch genug, und wenn wir das Rentenalter absenken, wird es noch mehr Rentner geben und weniger Leute, die arbeiten, um für die Rente sozusagen zu sorgen. Und daraus folgt dann, dass wir entweder die Rente senken, was aber auch niemandem gefällt, oder die Leute einfach noch mehr arbeiten müssen, und ja, also meines Erachtens nach ist es keine gute Idee, das Rentenalter zu senken. Man sollte es sogar eher erhöhen.
For instance, older people with experience could guide and mentor young people in their work fields. This way, by the time the person gets to the point of actually needing to work, he will have the experience required, and that means that the employee will now be satisfied by the experience background the young person has.